4 hours. That's how long some fans waited for Jay-Z to take the stage at Yankee Stadium on Sunday night. Officials say the delay came down to crowd safety, but one of our own was outside and got tired of waiting and left before the show even started. So was this the right call or a complete breakdown in planning? Here's what happened. Jay-Z's final Yankee Stadium concert was scheduled to begin at 8 p.m., but the show did not start until 12:16 a.m. Monday morning. Organizers say large groups of people without tickets attempted to force their way into the stadium, leading officials to temporarily close the gates while police and security worked to regain control. Once Jay-Z finally took the stage, he addressed the crowd and said that the delay was about making sure no one got hurt, saying there's 10,000 people outside. I don't want to start the music and people get trampled. I'm really sorry for the inconvenience, but I had to make sure everyone was okay. So that was Jay-Z's explanation. For the fans who stayed, the night did eventually include appearances from Rihanna, Usher, Pharrell, Tiana Taylor, and several other guests. But not everyone waited it out. Dex was actually in line outside Yankee Stadium that night and eventually decided enough was enough. Dex, could you take us inside that experience of being inside, or not inside, outside of Yankee Stadium waiting for the show to start?
Okay. Well, initially, I wasn't going to speak on this, but I got some news on this so that I can speak on it. I got there 7:30. Doors open at 6:30. I got there 7:30. I don't live in New York, so I have to drive there. I drove to the Bronx. I've never been to the Bronx in my life, but I got there. I stood outside. We're waiting, and it's like, oh, okay, this line's closed. Then they're like, oh, line, it was getting 6, like section 6. We're getting section 6. The line's not moving. They're like, okay, we're getting section 4. We go to section 4, and it's like the line's moving, and then it stops. And then they're like, oh, they closed the gates. So then you see all these people walking to the other section. So then we walk to the other section. It's probably about like 8:30 at this point. And then you're just standing there, you're moving along, and then from 8:30 it went to 9, 9:30, 10, 10:30. Then it's just like, all right, like, what are we doing here? Because this is getting out of control. And now
the show is supposed to start at 8.
The show starts at 8, yeah. And not only that, they stopped. You know how usually at concerts you can hear the DJs playing. I think it was DJ D Nice. I wasn't in there, so I couldn't tell you who it was. But I think it was him who was playing tunes or whatever, getting the crowd hyped up before the show. He stopped. I'm like, okay, so they ain't even playing music in there. And I'm just like, so people just, and then they're like, well, what happened was some people they rushed through, and that's how they got through the thing. I'm like, that don't make no sense, because you mean to tell me that people, mind you, I got there at 7:30 and the line was wrapped around. You mean to tell me people got dressed, went down to Yankee Stadium, stood in line, waited until it was their time to be next, and pushed through? I don't believe that at all. I think that these people were people who had tickets, who were frustrated because they waited in that line so long, so that when it was their time, they're like, move out of my way, I'm just going to go through. They were going to get their ticket scanned 100%, but I think they were just fed up. I do not believe, and I've seen this video of people running or whatever, I do not believe those are people who did not have tickets. You can't pay me to believe that, just because of how long that line was in general. But, and I also said, like, I'm done with Jay-Z, because that response that he gave was just BS to me. Because
what do you mean he can't end up like Travis Scott? We reported on Travis Scott. He had a whole documentary about those people he killed.
Yeah,
well, he didn't kill him,
100%. I get what you're saying though, but like, there's no way that the people. First of all, I left at 11:30. There's no way that they got all those people into seats prior to him getting on that stage. Like, that didn't happen. There were still people outside when the show started. There are some people who said they missed half the beginning of the show. So like, that's not true. Like, there were people outside, as you're sitting there saying, like, oh, I can't start. I don't want people to hear the music while they're still outside. That's BS. That didn't happen. But put that breaking news thing up.
Here we go.
I'm very happy to say that this happened on Sunday, and today at 8:55, Dexter has received his refund. So I really don't give a damn. Whatever y'all got going on, y'all got going on. But as far as a Jay-Z concert in the future, y'all can have
it. Well, this might be the last one. Well, I don't know. He didn't bill it as his farewell concert.
He should.
What's the
And
latest?
really, if I'm being completely honest with you, Usher had a show in DC the night before, and Rihanna, I don't know where she was at either. I low key believe that Jay-Z had them stalls and them people can make it to the arena. I can't prove that, but I do believe that something was afoot, and I don't think we getting the real truth out of this. I really don't.
He's pissed. He's peed up.
He's hot.
He is hot.
But whatever, I got my money back, so we good.
He's hot. Bill, what's the latest you would have stayed?
I probably would have stayed. I mean,
I'm already up there. Exactly. That's what I was when Dex said he was leaving. I'm like, but you were already there.
yeah, I would
I
have.
understand you waited for 3 hours, but you're there.
3 hours.
Did you leave because you didn't think the show was going to happen, or you just didn't care?
I left because it was ridiculous, and you guys actually would have left too. I can't. I don't. I wouldn't. I can't argue like I would have done this and the third like that.
I would have. I've been to Lauren Hill.
I don't care what y'all would have done. To be honest with you, at the end of the day, it was.
Yeah, nasty with y'all.
Yeah, because like that's why like when people I'm like, oh, I don't really want to discuss it because that whole like I don't give a damn what you would have done. At the end of the day, it just didn't make no sense for me. And to be honest with you, the people who did stay and you don't live there and you're driving 2 hours to get back home, getting home at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning on the Monday morning is ridiculous. Like that
It's ridiculous when you have to get up and go to work. If you don't have to get up and go to work,
but it's not even just. It's not even just about work too. There are people with families and children and whatnot. And if you're hiring a babysitter and like or whatever the situation,
I get
your responsibilities. And even if you did have to get up and go to work the next day, it is a Monday morning. That is not abnormal to get up and go to work. Getting home at 5 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning from a show that you've driven to, that's abnormal.
what Dex is this? Like who? What universe Dex?
I'm a grown man with a child and responsibilities.
He had to go relieve that babysitter from duty. He told
I didn't have to relieve anybody. This is not my situation, but there's other people who had
people who I am sure had families, etc., that still filled the stadium and stayed.
Oh, we're not going to do this. We can move on.
Fatima says also being inside and waiting with communication is different from being outside with absolutely no communication. That is absolutely true. Because one thing I was going to say is that the fact that you're outside, I think, is the thing. Like if you guys were inside and it was like a Lauryn Hill situation where everyone's inside just waiting for her to come on stage, that's a different story. But you're outside of the arena.
If I'm inside, my ticket was scanned. I know I can't get a refund, so I'm definitely not going to move in. Like the
DJ inside playing music.
What I don't like about this whole situation also is that when you call Ticketmaster to get a refund, they're telling you that Yankee Stadium has to decide if they're going to give you the refund or not. Like this situation is just like so inappropriate on so many levels. It's just it's really disturbing to me, like how we've decided to move as a culture when it comes to inconveniencing other people.
Did you call Yankee Stadium because Ticketmaster is that way? And Yankee Stadium will do like they do nasty stuff like, oh well, you got to get with Ticketmaster.
Everybody's doing it. Everybody's passing the buck to the next person. Everybody's doing that. But speaking of passing the buck, they gave me mine, so I'm good to go. I don't care what y'all got going on. Like,
whatever. Did you call them that night or you waited till the morning?
It was 2 o'clock in the morning when I got home. But I said as soon as I wake up, and I mean as soon as my eyelids went like this, I was on that phone. I was on that line. Like I was like, you're gonna have to give me this money back.
Dex, I'm proud of you. Look at you. I'm so proud of you.
But boy, when I tell you, we were halfway home, and when the show started, my mood was so bad. I was like, I don't want to talk to nobody. I'm pissed. I'm mad. And then they were like, do you want to know who came out? I said, fuck everybody. Everything.
I text Dex the next morning. I said, Dex, you picked a hell of a time to leave because you had everything.
See, that was the thing too. And it was just kind of one of those things where it's just like the show, from what I've muted Jay-Z, and I don't think he's coming off the mute. But like I've seen people say different stuff or whatever, and a list of people that were going, and every time somebody says it, it's a new person that I ain't even heard before. Yeah. And I'm like, oh damn.
He did 25 songs the night before. He did 64 songs that night that you left.
I may go watch it online now. Before I was like, I will not watch that, but I might go watch it now. Put it on TV or whatever.
You got your refund.
Got my refund, so
you can watch it.
I watched all three of them. They were excellent.
I watched all three of them.
You missed the time, Dex. You missed the time, brother.
Don't worry about it. I'm gonna do the same thing you did.